Welcome to your daily focus for April the 20th, 2023. Today's a weird, funky day. Technically, the sun is actually in Taurus as it moves into Taurus early today. And technically, the moon is in Taurus because it moves into Taurus early today. So as we awake, we'll be waking up to the Taurus energy. But it will be mixed with the extremely potent energy that was occurring while we slept, which was the new moon solar eclipse in Aries at 29 degrees, the final moments of the Aries energy. Now, I did a tea time with Tilly just for the solar eclipse. I did another tea time with Tilly for just the sun squaring Pluto, and another for the Mercury retrograde that's happening tomorrow. But we will touch base on all of the information and more. Let's start at the beginning. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Today we have the 20 energy. The 20 energy is about turning points in our life. Do we go into the unknown? Do we take a risk on ourselves? Do we try a new path forward? 2 plus 0 is a 2, and that is about going within, realizing your potential, your magic, your talents, your abilities, the unique you. Absolutely. And if we look at the numerology of the day, we have a 4 plus a 2 plus a 7. That's a 13 energy. So what happens to us on a day like today is probably the farthest thing away from what we would consider lucky. It's not until we have that hindsight, we look in the rearview mirror, we look behind us, and we say, you know what? Had I not decided to do this crazy and risky thing during the solar eclipse new moon, I never would be here today. Oh, all the excitement and joy and laughter I would have missed had I not taken this route. So the 13 energy awakes us to different parts of our life. It might be letting go of certain things. It might be getting a better understanding of ourselves. Things might happen that come out of the blue that can seem like it's extremely bad luck or bad timing or some kind of situation that is out of your control. But it's to write us on our path. It's about putting us exactly where we need to be in order to go forward with the strength. 1 plus 3 is a 4. Having our ducks in a row. Okay, looking at our foundations, growing our foundations. It could be about home and family as well, and growing those things in our life. We have the solar eclipse at 29 degrees of Aries, and the focus is on new beginnings. New beginnings in our personal environment. So how do you want things to change, transform in your life? Is it your health, your well-being? Is it growing relationships deeper, inviting in new relationships? Do you want to study or learn something new? Hone a talent and ability? Grow your spirituality? Be of service to people or the planet? Or taking a new step towards something or expanding on what you already do? Do you want to travel, experience different cultures, their traditions and how they live? The solar eclipse marks new beginnings, and it's energy that stays with us for the next 6 months. We're not looking at the little changes in our life. We are looking at the big picture. And since it's in Aries, we need to embrace our courage, our strength. Be willing to walk alone at times and to assert or perhaps immerse ourselves into forward motion. We need to get excited about the challenges we will face and the successes we'll celebrate. Now we have Jupiter trailing slightly behind the sun and moon, bringing in its cosmic energy, and Jupiter is about expansion. So where are your thoughts? What are your words? What are your actions? Because that is where you will see the expansion. Today is definitely a day to meditate, to pray, to contemplate the remarkable life that you are inviting in. Absolutely. Of course, we can usually be able to expect a wrench thrown into the ring when we have all this beautiful energy, right? And for us, it's the Sun square Pluto. We want control. We have little trust in others, the process, life. And the most important thing that we need to do is exactly the opposite. The eclipse may highlight our fears by challenging our independence or our own personal courage. So we need to let go and allow things to come together in its own divine timing. And this is a very pivotal time for some, could be many, as we take steps towards self mastery, self empowerment, by addressing those very fears and anxieties that haunt us, that don't allow us to go forward. And when we do, we'll find out there have been times that maybe we weren't as true to our authentic self. So slow down, breathe, do some shadow work over the next several days. What shadow work, Tilly? It's really just looking at the parts of you that you hide from others, you keep secret from others. You wouldn't want anybody to know this about you. Okay, it's the not so pretty or inviting side of ourselves that we all have. And so doing shadow work is looking at our fears, our anxieties, why we do the things we do, where we feel guilt, where we feel lack, and move past it, eradicate it, dispel it from our lives. Now we need to look at Mars, okay? Mars is the ruler of Aries, and this is a whole bunch of Aries energy. My goodness. And we find when we look that it is harmonizing with Uranus. That'll give us strength. Strength to go forward into the uncharted territories, the new beginnings, because they may just arrive and we find ourselves planted there. Things can happen out of the ordinary whenever Uranus is involved, right? And Mars is that strength to go forward, to give chase to our dreams, our desires. Now, the moon is the first to enter Taurus, and the sun follows a few hours later. So this cosmic energy allows us to settle down, to relax, to think things through. It'll also highlight our finances and material world, as well as building security for ourselves, for our families. We become grounded. Our five senses seem to take over. And we're more able to be thankful and appreciate anything that's already in place. We value long term, the tried and true, long and lasting. And before we turn to the cards, remember, Mercury goes stationary retrograde tomorrow. So if your plans get delayed or don't come together, if communications are muddled or you feel that you can't express yourself fully, chances are you are starting to experience the Mercury energy. Okay, to the cards. Now, I am releasing quite a bit of content these days, and if you would like to know exactly when a new video is released, please ring the bell, okay? If I'm not showing up on your feed and you've already done this, then unring it and then ring it again, and that usually solves the whole problem. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say about this dynamic energy that is all over the place and yet centered exactly on us. Our shadow card, the Seven of Pentacles. Where is your focus? So if you just put that on a whole bunch of little post-it notes and put it on the fridge and on your computer screen and your mirror and your rear view mirror and your wherever, okay, and just every so often say, where is my focus? Because today, of all days, is the day when you want to focus on that beautiful, transformative life that you are inviting in, your happily ever after. Where is your focus? Our first card is the Two of Wands, and here we are, and we are summoning it in. We have the space cleared. We've done that through the full moon. We released, we let go, we put completion on things, we've healed from things. We've made space for the new beginnings to actually enter our life, and now we are holding out our hands and we are summoning in that energy to own it, to embrace it, to work it. We have the Knight of Wands. So wands and wands. And what do wands do? Wands attaches us to our potential, to our creativity, to our motivation, to our passion. The Knight of Wands. So we have been going upon our path, and now we dismount from our stallion and we bend down on one knee and probably give thanks. Give thanks for everything that we already have in our lives, the opportunities, the people, the talents, the abilities. But also, we're going to ask for protection, for a straight road, for information to come in, for knowledge to come in, for wisdom to come in, to be cared for, to be loved for upon your path forward, and to reach that destination, to have that success at the end. We ask for all those things. We have the Six of Cups. Well, this is a nostalgia card, okay? But, I just don't get it the same energy as I would for a personal reading, I don't think, because I read it over and over again. The first thing that comes to me is when we were children. When we were children, and what did we crave? We craved our parents' attention. We wanted friends. We wanted to make people proud of us, rejoice us, celebrate us. And so when they said things to us, we listened. We took notes. And we pushed down those things they didn't like about us, and we tried to develop those things they liked about us. And what happens in the process? We detach. We detach from our inner child, from ourself, from our unique being. So the flowers, it's kind of that voice, those messages that we received. We were told not to touch the flowers. If you can see yourself as a small child, you are almost cowering at the sight of the flowers. You don't want to get too close. You don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to disrupt anything. You don't want somebody mad at you. You don't want somebody to push you away because you got too close to the flowers and something happened. No. But your angel appears and said, these flowers were meant for you this whole time. So you're this ambitious kid, but you're told that you can't be running around the house. You got to sit quietly. What are you doing? Go to your room. And so we practiced, pulling ourselves down and away so that they would be pleased with us, so that they would love us, so that they would embrace us, so they would celebrate us. And this whole time we haven't been able to grow that ambitious little child that used to get into everything. And it's redeveloping that person inside, redeveloping your inner child. Or actually you through your inner child is what I should say. We have the Ace of Cups. Wow. I just got goosebumps when I pulled it up because I thought, how many times in the last week or two have we had the Ace of Cups? It has been front and center this whole time for us to say, embrace new beginnings, your dreams, your desires, your wants, your goals. Embrace them. Celebrate them like you already have them. Get excited about your new beginnings, your new starts. Okay, it may feel like a fear, but it could just be anticipation. We're told it's fear, but it could be anticipation into the unknown and what's going to happen and how it's going to evolve, thinking that it's going to be good. Yeah, we're going to play that game, what if, but what if it gets better? What if it gets greater? What if it gets magnificent? That is the way we're going to think. We have that beautiful dove promising peace, harmony in our life, love and joy in our life, and taking our messages to God, our angels, our guides, the universe. And we'll come back with messages for us. Absolutely. One more card, and it is the sun. Look at that. The sun appears. Well, it's all about the sun today, isn't it? Now, you may think that light is coming from the sky, but it's actually coming from you, okay? It's you raising your vibration. And how do we do that? We become happier, we become more joyful, we become more hopeful, we become more confident in who we are. And we slowly raise our vibration. And when we raise our vibration, our light shines brighter and brighter and brighter. And where we thought there was darkness in front of us, there's actually a doorway. There's actually a threshold in which to step through. There's actually a path leading into some sort of beauty. So what lays on that path for you? Because you are ready. Those sunflowers in the front of the card say that you have done the tasks needed in order to have the learning experience, the knowledge, the wisdom, in order to go forward in this direction now. You've done the work. You're ready. Okay, we will get a Nature's Whispers card. We will do an animal card. And of course, we will do a Journey of Love card at the end because it is a solar eclipse. And we have Keep Your Dreams Alive 27. You can't make this up, huh? Keep your dreams alive. Now I'm going to hold that up because there are pictures inside of pictures, inside of pictures, inside of pictures here. Something will be calling out to you. Maybe Google it and see what it says to you. What the personal message is for you in this reading. Trust me, your angels, your guides will make sure that you show up if you need to hear something. I had one lady one time, she says, I was looking for new curtains online and your video showed up and I love you. So she started being a follower. I think she still is today. Say hi if you're here. 25, keep your dreams alive. Start to identify plans and actions that will lead you to achieve your dreams and goals. Your dreams can become your reality. This is a time when you need to be able to apply detailed planning in order to manifest your dreams and realize your goals. You need to remain focused on the practical side of things. Keep your feet firmly planted on the ground. It's easy to get distracted by more ideas and concepts. Keep focused on what is realistic and achievable. Your common sense and pragmatic approach will lead you to a solution that actually works. Begin taking steps that will bring you closer to your dreams. Begin taking steps that will take you closer to your realized dreams. Okay, we'll get an animal. That was right on the mark because it is about dreaming big, but we also have that Taurus energy grounding us, keeping it realistic. The Swan, Grace. I'll just hold that up there and see if the words come in for us. You who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. So, and it's very true because the Pluto Sun energy there, the Sun square Pluto, is really going to bring in this dynamic that we can become controlling, overbearing, just the kind of things that people reject the minute you walk out of the room. If you're a mean boss and you walk in and you say, do this and do this and do this, oh, they'll do it. Yeah, they'll do it because they know what you're like. But the minute you leave, they'll stop doing it. So one of the things that I always found is I treated my people well. And so when I wasn't there, they were still doing the work needed because they knew it needed to be done. So, you get more flies with sugar than you do, or more flies with honey than you do vinegar, is another saying. But even in my parenting, I was always an open door. I never judged them. I saw them as individuals who made mistakes, and I wanted them to do certain things, and so I showed those things out of love rather than leading with the iron fist. And it seemed to work well for me. My kids are all very successful and wonderful today. I had beautiful people work with me my entire career. So become the swan and let that grace in today. Try and soften to that Sun square Pluto energy. And we will get a Journey of Love card, of course. Well, they don't want to be shuffled. They all want to stay in the exact same spot. Okay. And we have, took the swan away with it, soft 47. And 47 is what? An 11 energy. And I didn't even touch on that in the reading, that the 29 energy is a master number energy because it's a 2 plus 9 equals 11. So here we are with the 11 energy, but this way we come at it from the 47. So we kind of get there from a different route, so to speak, a different energy coming in. So I'm going to hold that up, but let me get the book out. I'll read the poem first. And then I'll go into the description. I can't do these people any kind of justice by trying to give my own narration to this. Theirs is simply beautiful and so wonderful. So you get them, not me. You are the softness he desires. You help light his way. You nurture all that he holds dear, though tempest clouds dismay. And in the quiet of the storm, his gentleness comes through. And in the shelter of his arms, his heart is there with you. A sanctuary bathed in soft light, your heart is receptive, inviting, and gentle. It brings strength to the weary, comfort to the lonely, and healing to the wounded. It is a magnet for all that is needed for you, your beloveds, your world. Don't imagine you must always be the fighter, going against the part of your nature that longs for harmony and peace. This is a time for you to be soft, to surrender, to let the subtle waves of the heart invite love in, and to receive. In doing so, you will give so much. This oracle brings a message of peace. Surrender now, be soft, even just for this moment of quiet reflection. You have perhaps been working too hard at growing and living. Take some moments to replenish and allow the divine to help you, dear one. Be soft, so you are receptive to the divine. It is when we let go that we truly perceive the obstacles that lie between us and the oneness with the divine lover. Let go and perceive that the divine lover is already awakening in your heart. And I thought, wow, that's another Sun square Pluto message for us. So it's telling us over and over again to relax, to be soft, to be gentle, to allow grace to come in and flow through you. And it's not going to be the easiest thing if they're bringing it up that much. So until we meet again, happy solar eclipse, and I love you.